Welcome everyone to today's class. We are going to do a Hatha inspired flow suitable for all levels. You may want 2 bricks as we will be doing a sun salutation. So if you need to make your earth a little bit higher, then grab some bricks and I'll meet you on your mat. We're going to begin lying on our backs. Just do some grounding before we start. So I encourage you to lie on your back, take up space, and breathe. Just begin to arrive in the present moment, step away from your day so far. Put your to-do list in a box and move it to the side. You can come back to it later. But for now, all you need to do is breathe. Notice how your body moves when you fill up with air. Can you consciously slow down your breathing? Invite some length into your inhale and slow down your exhale. Take your inhale all the way down to the base of your belly. And then notice how your belly falls towards your spine as you exhale. Let's begin to move your physical body. Slowly bend both of your knees and bring your feet flat on your mat. From here, can you bring both knees into your chest and place your hands on your knees. Okay, let's take some circles with your knees. These can be in the same direction, or you can move your knees in opposite directions. We're just going to do both ways. So I'm going clockwise with both knees, and I'm going to stop and go anti-clockwise. Don't overthink it. Let's not overcomplicate it. Move your knees, warm up your hip joints and give your lower back a little massage. Okay, both directions done. Let's place both feet on your mat as wide as your mat and just slowly lower both of your knees over to your right. Inhale to center, both knees over to your left. Switching from side to side. Arms can be out in a capital T or a cactus, depending on your space. Just continue to move your hips and knees from side to side. Okay, finishing on your left side, let's come back to center. Bring your feet a little closer to each other and lift your right leg high. Take a hold on the back of your right leg and just begin to circle your right ankle in one direction and then in the opposite. Beautiful. Okay, let's bring that foot back to the floor and we'll do that on the opposite side. So left leg high, take some ankle circles in one direction and then reverse. Take those in the other direction. Perfect. Okay, from here, we're going to meet in a tabletop position. So you can place your hands behind your thighs and rock and roll up, or you can simply roll over onto one side and I'll meet you on in your all fours. Tabletop position, hands below shoulders, knees below hips. Okay, let's take some circles. Warm up your wrists. Draw circles with your hips and your nose. How far can you push back and forwards? And then let's take that in the opposite direction. Just warming up your wrists and hips here. We'll move our spine in a moment. Okay. So we'll move our spine now. Okay. Inhale to arch. And exhale to round. Push the earth away as you round your spine. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together and drop your belly. And exhale to push the earth away. Moving with your breath. Imagine there's a big weight on your back as you round your spine. Push that weight towards the sky. And then as you inhale, arch your spine, open your throat, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Okay, I will meet you in neutral. From here, bring your hands a little bit further forwards and let's just rock forwards and backwards. Can you push your hips towards your heels? Now hips towards the earth. Backwards and forwards. Moving in between a child's pose and an upward facing dog. How big can you make that movement? Try and keep your hands planted and move between the two. Okay, back to your tabletop. Lift your left arm high, take a turn towards your left. Let's thread that needle. On an exhale, reach through underneath your right arm. Inhale to open out. Exhale to reach. Opening up on your inhale and reaching through as you empty your belly. Back to tabletop, other side. Right arm high. Reach. As you exhale, thread. Two more of those. Take a turn and open up. Let's thread through. Reach as far as you can to your left. One more. Inhale and exhale to reach. Okay. Tabletop position. Hands below shoulders. Knees below hips. Okay, let's take some circles. Warm up your wrists. Draw circles with your hips and your nose. How far can you push back and forwards? And then let's take that in the opposite direction. Just warming up your wrists and hips here. We'll move our spine in a moment. Okay. So we'll move our spine now. Okay, inhale to arch and exhale to round. Push the earth away as you round your spine. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together and drop your belly. And exhale to push the earth away. Moving with your breath. Imagine there's a big weight on your back as you round your spine. Push that weight towards the sky. And then as you inhale, Arch your spine, open your throat, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Okay, I will meet you in neutral. From here, bring your hands a little bit further forwards and let's just rock forwards and backwards. Can you push your hips towards your heels? Now hips towards the earth. Backwards and forwards. Moving in between a child's pose and an upward facing dog. How big can you make that movement? Try and keep your hands planted and move between the two. Okay, back to your tabletop. Lift your left arm high, take a turn towards your left. Let's thread that needle. On an exhale, reach through underneath your right arm. Inhale to open out. Exhale to reach. Opening up on your inhale and reaching through as you empty your belly. Back to tabletop. Other side. Right arm high. Reach as you exhale. Thread. 2 more of those. Take a turn and open up. Let's thread through. Reach as far as you can to your left. 1 more. Inhale and exhale to reach. Slide your left leg down the mat. And let's rock forwards and backwards on your left toes. Come back to stillness and lift your right arm high. Right bicep is along right ear, and then now maybe lift your left toes. We're in a balance. Push through your left hand and your right shin. Stay here or take a bend into your left knee and lift that leg high. Lift, squeeze with your left glutes. Stay here, or maybe you can reach for your left foot with your right hand. If you're here, then squeeze your shoulder blades together. Hold for 1 breath. Push through your grounded hand and then slowly release and bring everything back to the mat. We're going to do that on the other side. So, slide your right foot down the mat. Right foot down the mat, left arm high, and maybe you reach your right toes up and off the earth. Holding here or taking a bend into your right knee and squeeze your right glutes. Maybe take a reach back with your left hand and grab that foot. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your leg. Push through your right hand and then slowly release. Bring everything back to the mat. Take a breath. Have your props ready. We're coming up into a downward facing dog, so maybe you walk your hands a little further forwards of your wrists, and let's rise up into our first downward facing dog of the practice. So hands are shoulder width apart, feet are hip width apart, and let's slowly begin to pedal. Maybe you nod your head. Maybe bend both of your knees, push through your hands. Just find some organic movement here before we come to standing. Okay, if you're pedaling your feet, then continue. We're going to take a walk all the way to the top of your mat. Hands and feet meet. We're in a forward fold. Bend both of your knees and slowly roll all the way up to standing Tadasana. Okay, let's do a sun salutation. Take an inhale to rise your arms. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, reach for your bricks. Step back with your right foot, your left foot, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, let's take a roll forwards into your plank. Adjust your feet where you need to and find your plank. Hold. And slowly lower your knees. Your elbows are bending towards the back of your mat. Slowly lower your chest and your chin all the way to the earth. Flatten your hips, lengthen your legs, and push up into your back bend. Exhale to lower. Retuck your toes, child's pose, then push back up into your downward facing dog. Adjusting your feet wherever you need to. And let's take that walk all the way back to the top of your mats. Forward fold, knees bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. And let's rise all the way up to your extended Tadasana. Hands through to heart center. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, extended Tadasana. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, reach for your earth and take a step back with your left foot, then your right foot into your downward facing dog. Let's have one breath here. One full round of breath, and then reach high up on your toes and roll forwards into your plank, holding. We're going to lower to the ground. Maybe here you lower your knees. Maybe you stay in your full plank. However we do it, your elbows are coming back, your biceps are sweeping the side of your body, and you're lowering slowly to the ground. Untuck your toes. Push up into your back bend. Exhale to lower. Retuck those toes. Let's flow through a child's pose into your downward facing dog. And then from your downward facing dog, we're coming to the top of the mat, however you want to get there. Jump, step, hop, float, fly to the top of your mat, to your forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands float high. Gaze to your thumbs. Maybe you explore the space behind you. Torso back to center. Hands to heart center. Well done, everyone. Okay. Let's be in Tadasana at the top of your mat. Hands at heart center. Feel your heart beating in your chest. Okay, take a look down at your feet. We're going to take a chair posture, so feet can be hip width apart or big toe joints can come to touch. Bring your hands alongside your body. Let's move my bricks. Hands alongside your body. We're going to take a bend into your knees. So bring your hands behind you, and as you bend, imagine that you want to sweep the floor with your fingers and sit on that invisible chair. So hands can be wherever you want them to be here. Find your chair posture. Take a deep sink into your knees. Lower your hips. And from here, bring your hands to heart center and take a step back with your right foot. We're coming into warrior one. Lift your torso high. Left foot's forward, right foot's behind you. Okay. Find your warrior one. Bend your front knee and lift tall with your torso. Hands to heart center. Let's hold here. Can you encourage your back hip to come forward? So your right hip to come forward and your left hip to come back. Your hips are going to want to turn to your right side. That's warrior two. We want warrior one. So bring your hips and your torso to face the top of your mat and push through both feet equally. From here, raise your arms above your head. Lift your torso tall and keep a sink into your front knee. Maybe your hands connect, maybe you gaze up. Maybe here you feel as though you want to bring your hands down to heart center. Find your comfortable posture. And then from here, can you bring your left arm behind you? Slide your left arm down your right leg. Your right hand can come to chest or can be lifted high. So from behind, you've got your right hand sliding down your back left leg and you're going to lift tall. How far can you slide your right hand down your left leg? Keep a bend in your front knee. Keep holding your strong warrior one. And then from here, bring everything back to center. Well done, everyone. Let's take a high lunge. So swivel on your back toes. Keep your front knee bent. And let's come back to our chair posture. So take a lean over this front knee. Back foot becomes light. And we end up back in your strong chair posture. Okay, take a fold. Reach for the earth. Straighten your knees slightly. Maybe you keep a gentle bend in them. Let go of your head. And let's take a slow roll all the way up to standing. Staying where you are, facing the top of your mat. Let's come back to your chair posture. Take a sink, reach for the floor, and then bring your hands wherever is comfortable for you. Let's get these hips low. Bend your knees, hips low. Hands to heart. This time we're taking a step back with your right leg. No, we're not. Take a step back with your left leg. I'm mirroring you. Left leg behind you. So right knee is forwards. Left leg is behind. Sink into your front knee. Sink. Maybe you bring your hands high. Okay, here, where are your hips? Can you bring this left hip forwards? Right hip back. Encourage your torso to the front of your mat. Maybe you gaze up towards your palms. Maybe you've got your hands at heart center. Wherever you are, you've got a generous bend in your front knee. And then from here, let's bring your right hand across to your left leg. Lift tall and slide your right hand down that back left leg, keeping your front knee bent. Slowly bring your torso back to center. Bring your hands back to heart center. Let's come into a high lunge. Okay, swivel on your back toes. From here, you're coming back to your chair posture. I'm just going to swivel so that I'm still mirroring you. Come back to your chair posture. Back leg meets front. And we take a sink into your chair just for a moment. And then from here, take your forward fold. Take a breather. Reach for your earth. Maybe you clasp opposite elbows. Give your head a nod. Okay, let's take a slow roll all the way up to standing. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. And we will prepare for our balance. Okay, we're starting Tadasana. Bring your hands to heart center. And from here, let's just sink into your chair. So slowly bend your knees, find your chair posture. Okay, from your chair posture, can you shift your weight into your left foot, come up onto the toes of your right foot. We're going to take a warrior 3. So let's kick this right foot back slightly. Begin to straighten up in your left leg. And maybe this is enough. Maybe here you're playing with your balance here. If you want more, you can begin to tip forwards. Maybe you reach for your bricks and kick your right leg far behind you. Maybe you've got your hands at heart center. Find your version of your warrior 3. And then from here, we're going to slowly land into your warrior 1. So bend your front knee. Your torso will begin to lift. Gently land your back foot. We're back in our warrior 1. We've been here before. Strong warrior 1. Right hip is pulling forwards. Left hip back. And let's make this warrior 1 a high lunge. And let's make our way back into our chair posture. So back foot meets front. You're back in your chair. Well done, everyone. Take a fold. Take a fold, take a breather. We'll do that on the other side. So take a slow roll all the way up to standing. Meeting you in Tadasana at the top of your mat. And then from here, hands to heart center. Take a sink into your chair. And shift your weight into your right foot this time. Lift your left toes high. Left heel high. Lift up onto your left toes. Okay, from here we're going to lift this left foot up and off the floor. Begin to hinge forward so that your front leg straightens slightly. And again here, maybe you just play with your balance. If you want more, you're going to tip and kick back with your left foot. Gaze is down. Maybe you're reaching for your bricks. Maybe you have your hands at heart center. Bend your front knee and quietly land into your warrior 1. Well done, everyone. Right hip back, left hip forward. Let's swivel those hips and bend into your front knee. Okay, hands remain at heart center, high lunge. Swivel on your back toes. Both feet are facing forwards. Lean over your front knee and make your way back into your chair posture. 1 breath and then fold. Take a fold and release. Take a breath and hang. Bend both knees lots and take a slow roll all the way up to standing. Well done, everyone. We're coming down to the earth. Bring your hands to heart center. Lift up onto both balls of your feet. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. Let's take a slow slide down that imaginary wall. When you're there, take a seat. Plant your bottom on the earth and lengthen your legs down your mat, excuse me. Okay, from here we're just going to take a gentle fold. So maybe you grab one or two of your bricks and have your legs, your feet hip width apart, but maybe just enough so that you can plant your bricks in between your knees. From here, we're going to take a round in your spine. But first of all, let's lift tall. So hands next to your hips, lift your spine nice and tall. Engage your legs. And then as you exhale, begin to lean forwards with your chest. Lead with your chest. And then maybe your forehead finds your bricks and your hands can walk forwards. And breathe. Just breathe. Allow the weight of your head to be held. And then from here, come up onto the fingertips of both hands. Use your hands to gently lift you up. Remove your props. Roll your spine back up to seated. And we're going to roll all the way down onto your back. When you're there, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourselves a squeeze. And then bring your arms out into a capital T. Drop both of your hips over to your left. Maybe you turn your head and neck to the right. And then we'll come back to center. Bring your head, your neck to center, your hips and knees, and then take everything in the opposite direction. Knees to left, head to right. And then bring everything back to center. Give yourselves one final squeeze. And then take a stretch. Come to your Shavasana. As always, take as long as you can here. I thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.